to go. I'll be back. Just in case. Belle! Come on, Belle! I gotta go find my little sister.
Ravenswood. That is the name of the spooky haunted asylum in this movie called, well, Ravenswood. A 2017 horror movie set in Australia. This one is directed and co-written by John Cohen. The story here focuses on a group of tourists. As they decide, just for shits and giggles, they want to visit a local haunted establishment. And of course, these two Australian tour guides are only happy to show them around the infamous Ravenswood Psychiatric Hospital, renowned for its shady past and haunted goings-on after that. So we start off with the tour, and of course the tour guides have put a few things on to kind of scare the tourists, but there are real ghosts here and end up possessing various members of the party, and we find out there is a kind of almost a ghost on ghost war, and what shakes down, you have to watch the movie to find out. So let's talk about Ravenswood and what I thought about it. Pluses, first of all, I have to say I quite liked the kind of the subtle twist here, that the fact that you have almost a kind of a two versus ghosts, and we don't really know, the kind of the full story between these spirits. Basically, we're told information as the film progresses, and we kind of get to know them as sort of characters themselves, and things are revealed about the past and what's happened here. So that was kind of quite good, and the idea that they're almost playing tag with the inhabitants of these members in the party, these tourists and tour guides, in regards to possession, to try and kind of manipulate the group in their own will, was actually quite a fun and original idea. But outside of that, I've got to say this film was overall on the weaker side. First things first, this being a horror film set in an asylum, I mean, that is easy money to make a scary horror film. It's one of the most scary locations I think you can do, but somehow this film doesn't capitalise on it, and there's no way this film is never scary in any kind of sense of the word, which is a real shame. The second thing I'd point out here is the distinct lack of realistic writing for the characters. The characters here just act in a really false and bizarre way. I mean, we have this one guy, for example, who is the typical kind of asshole, but he's just too far. He's just too far. It makes it unrealistic. He's cartoonishly an asshole. And when we actually do get the kind of the realisation that there are kind of real things happening, real spooky things happening, everyone is pretty calm about it and just deals with it in a kind of okay, this is what we need to do next. And there's no real kind of freak out moments about it, which is bizarre. So I thought the characters were fairly poorly written, and the story itself, like I said, I had some kind of so I liked some of the kind of the aspects of it. I thought some of it, the writing in regards to the plot was quite good. The characters, however, were poorly written and poorly directed, I'm sad to say. In regards to the effects, this kind of ties in with the ambiance of the film. It really just doesn't work as a horror film. We have this kind of these body swapping. All we get is like a kind of like a flash of the eyes to let you know that they're possessed, and that's really it. There's no real kind of spooky imagery at play here. It doesn't take advantage of the fact we're in this kind of this hospital, which looks in far too good a condition to be abandoned, shall we say. And overall, it was ultimately quite disappointing. Like I said, it had some kind of original story elements that I did like, and I thought maybe could have been the basis of a good story, but I felt the actual storytelling wasn't particularly good here, and certainly wasn't scary. I mean, this is the least scary haunted asylum film I actually can remember, to be quite honest with you. Overall, had some good points of its nice kind of like ideas in the story, but ultimately it was left me unfulfilled. Horror film. So I'm going to give this movie a 4 out of 10. Have you seen it? What did you think of it? Leave a comment, and I shall look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.